Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I'm finishing up on the short ribs with Kamut, and I have my lecithin out. And we'll take a look at it, and you can see I'm warming it up now so I can get the lecithin into it. As you can see, there is fat in it. You can see it sitting around. So what we're going to do is we're going to put lecithin in this. Lecithin is, like I told you, an emulsifier. It's the brain needs it. Literally, the brain is lecithin up there. So your body does need lecithin, and it also cleans your arteries out, and it also helps your cells to work and function properly. But remember, you also need fat. You just don't need the oil fat. You need fat from the meat as well. So, but the thing is, you don't want too much of it. So what I'm going to do is get a measuring spoon, and the fat that you see sitting here, we're going to put lecithin in. And lecithin's going to make it, it's going to dissolve it, literally. You're not going to be able to see it, but it's in there. But the lecithin is what breaks fat down so it doesn't clog your arteries. It keeps your brain going. Young people who take it, believe you me, it's not going to help you in that aspect, but it helps with the development and keeps your brain going. Now, I understand that scientists have finally found what's in the arteries. Doctors and stuff don't say anything to us. How much am I putting in? Probably 2-3 tablespoons. It's getting a little old, but this does that. But what the beauty part is it goes back to its natural state. It'll go back to liquid. But I like the granulars, but you can buy it in the liquid form. Quite tacky, I'll warn you ahead of time. Now you'll watch this lecithin, and it will swell up as it eats and gets to that fat to break it down so your body can utilize it. Because now it looks gritty, and that's the particles in here. Now, because I have stock in here, I have gelatin in here, I got a lot of stuff in here. I'm actually going to use water this time for my rice. I'm going to serve this over rice. I was going to do mashed potatoes. I said, no, I really don't want mashed potatoes today either. So I'm going to do it over rice. But before I cook the rice, I am going to put a tablespoon of gelatin in here, once again, for our health. For people who are just tuning in, the gelatin I'm talking about is not the gelatin you buy in the store. You have to make this gelatin, and the gelatin comes from bones. As you can see, it gelled up. Once again, it gelled up. Now, the reason I'm only putting 1 tablespoon is I don't want my rice to be so tacky that I can't utilize it properly, unless I want to do it that way, make little round rice balls or something. By the way, do you know you can sit there and cook rice and then fry it, and you can make your own Rice Krispies? Okay, you see how the gravy is? See what that lecithin does? Isn't that nice? I'm just going to reduce this a bit. That's all I'm doing right now. But I want to make sure my kamut does not burn, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on it. I have a choice. If I want to serve fruit with this or serve a vegetable with it, I'm not sure yet. I made my salt blend again. I call it more nutritious. I haven't added any salt to this yet, but I'm going to right now. Now, if you don't get iodine, you get very weak. So your body needs it, but doesn't need a ton of it. same spoon. Yeah, it's all going in the same place. Now, I'm doing this very early in the morning because we are going to be, like I said, in those high temperatures. And I ordered the milk. Put myself in more debt sometimes. I have to get my head examined. Now, whatever gravy's left over, you can sit there and use for breakfast and serve it over biscuits if you have eggs and stuff. Believe you me, gravies do not have to go to waste. Okay? Now, see what the lecithin did? Isn't that nifty how that works? See, this is the rice, and this is for this. Now, this is completely done, and I'm doing the rice right now, which I have back here. And you can see I put a tablespoon of the gelatin in there, and I put the kelp in there. I know everybody's probably having a heart attack. Saying, "Oh my God, she didn't sit there, use stock. She used water." Yeah, I'm using water because I have so much stock and gelatin with the meat that I could get away. That's why I just put a tablespoon of gelatin in there with salt. And I'm not using brown rice today. I am going to use parboiled rice. And just rinse it and dump it in there. I don't have a lot of water there. What I like to do, my husband taught me how to do this, is to cook the rice with so much water. And then you sit there, and when it dries, you check the rice grains. If they're not done, add a little bit more water, and you keep on doing that. And when you get the rice, because rice is, believe it or not, rice and pasta are extremely hard to do. And chefs will tell you this, because they have to get it just al dente for the pasta and the rice, just when it's done. Not a minute past, not a minute under. So you can see that they have to get that just right. That's the difference between them. If I overcook mine a little, I can deal with it, I'm not going to die from it. But chefs have to be able to hit that perfection with the meat just right, what they consider the point of doneness. Now let me rinse this and I'll be right back. Now I got up at 3 o'clock this morning because I knew I was going to have to cook. And I didn't want to wake up at 4 and come down here at 5. I hope by 5 or before 5 o'clock I am done cooking for the day, because I am not cooking. I am going to stay very quiet. Nobody's going to see me. When I have packages come in, somebody's going to see me, yeah. I just put the rice into the water to cook it. But I have the gelatin in. So you people who hear me say gelatin, unless I'm making candy or jello or something, gelatin I'm talking about is the one that I cook down with the bones. I actually pressure cook them for about 2 to 3 hours. Let it cool because it's too hot to handle. And then I strain it, and I'll sit there and make sure I get everything out of it. And then I want to can it, which I've already done and showed you once, but I'm going to do it again. Or did I show you how to can? Well, I don't remember. Anyway, I think it was an experiment I did anyway. I've got beets I have to do today. Yeah, I'm going to be in the kitchen cooking today at 100 degrees. Tell me I should get my head examined. Now, as soon as that comes to a boil, I'm going to turn it down to simmer and let that rice so slowly absorb the water. And when the water disappears, I'm going to sit there and taste it and see if I need to add more or I have to add less. But anyway, that is pretty much what I am doing today. I really don't want a can today. I bought a lot of beets. Well, for me it's a lot. Some people that have a big basket of beets, they have larger families. I have a smaller family, so I'm going to have to can. Shoot. Listen, take care and enjoy your day. I'm just going to get the rice done, but you see how I finished up on the meat. So take care.